going on, Texas family? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be trying to get this car up to my job to get the tires replaced and to try to figure out what's going on with this battery thing. We have a couple scanners up there that I know can read it and tell me what's going on with it and go from there. So what we're gonna do right now is kind of button everything up, get everything clean just a little bit, not like detail it. We're just gonna get it cleaned up a little bit, see if it'll make it over there, and if it does, you know, we'll meet back there. If not, then, you know, we'll meet on the side of the road. But either way, we're gonna attempt to get this car over there so we can get this thing back on the road and man, just go to car meets in it and have some fun in it and start upgrading everything else in it. But we are going to be taking the tire off, going to put some air in that, and then cleaning up a couple of parts and the engine bay a little bit, and then we're gonna head over there. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, we're gonna be starting by getting this tire off and then taking our gas can and this tire to put some air in it and put a little bit of gas in the gas can and then putting it in there. And from there, we're gonna start it up, move it next door, spray it down just a little bit so we can kind of see, you know, if there's any leaks or anything, because we want to be able to make sure everything's running right while I have it there, and cleaning up the interior a little bit. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, guys, tire is off. It was a B word. Lug nuts did not want to come off. So next step, gas, air, and tidy this thing up with a little spray off, and we are rolling. All right, guys, we have the tires all aired up, everything's buttoned up. I made sure everything's plugged in, everything's right on here. Now here's how this is gonna go. I'm finna move it right next door to spray the engine bay down a little bit, get it a little cleaned up, see if it drives over there, see if my tires hold up. My concern is this thing right here. I didn't think about this, but it's been sitting so long. Y'all can see that crack. Now, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna drive over there next door. Tire's gonna go kaboom. If it does go kaboom, you know, I'm not really tripping on it necessarily, because I'm kind of planning for it. But I'd much rather it do it over there, going next door, than being on the street. So we'll just see. That's kind of like where I am with that. I didn't think about that until now. And another thing is the car dying on me on the way there. So we got it cleaned up, we got it buttoned up. We're gonna take it across the street, see what it does. Worst case scenario, it dies. Cool, we're right next door. Or the tire pops, we're right next door. So I'm gonna see how that goes and go from there. Let's do it. Alright, guys, so the car fired up. It's not completely dead, so that's a decent sign, I guess. Now we're going to see if it moves on its own power and try to take it next door. It's the first time driving it or moving it in general, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go real slow. Alright, she's moving. Just gonna take it nice and slow. Let's see what happens. Now, another thing in this car is I don't have any power steering. That's also fun. I think I've already said that before. Not really sure though. Alright, well, she's moving pretty well. So I think throw this thing in reverse and spray her down. Oh. Alright, guys, we made it next door. This is my parents' house. And we're gonna just be spraying this thing down. I cut it off just to kind of check to make sure everything's doing right, nothing's leaking. So far I don't see anything leaking. The tires held up, everything kind of held up pretty well. Kind of just like inspect it a little bit, make sure. I'm gonna be taking it real slow on the drive there, but let's go ahead and get this thing sprayed down and see if we can get it to the workplace. Alright, ladies and gents, we are on the road. So far everything is running pretty smoothly. Like I said, the real test is going to be getting to my job. It is currently, what time is it? It's like 5:20, so pretty much what time everybody's getting out and going home. So we'll see how the rest of the drive goes. I definitely will keep you guys updated. I'm excited, man. This is the first time I've had the car on the road in a couple of years, so for me to be driving it is surreal right now. I know you can't tell that I'm like happy, but like I'm just kind of cautious too, because I know what could happen in a sense with it dying or the tire popping or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? But we are on the road, we are driving, so man, I will update you guys either when we get there or halfway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it to the shop in one piece. Car did die, well, tried to die, but I made it inside of the bay, so we are going to try to figure it out now, so stay tuned for that. All right, y'all, I got my boy Jacob on the tires right now. I'm gonna pin his Instagram down in the description. He's getting the tires done for me. Look at that right there, beautiful dry rot, love to see it. Currently has one done, so let's make our way over here to this bad boy or bad girl. So far we got the all tires off. Okay, so what it seems like we are currently facing is I may have the wires flipped. There's a wire running to the starter and the alternator, but not to the battery. So we're gonna try to flip the wires and see if I had them disconnected backwards. If I did, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. But hey, you know, mistakes happen, and you know, I had to get a little bit of help to help me find out what was going on. But if that's the case, then we're pretty much in business on that aspect. We still got to scan the car and see why the engine light is on, but I feel like I know what that is. But we are going to continue to keep going. These chrome lug nuts, let me tell you, I need a cold one after this. But I'm on a sober journey, so I'm not going to be partaking in any drinking. So we're going to continue to see if we can get this thing to work. I'm going to try to take it to Cars and Coffee tomorrow. But if not, that's okay too. There's always going to be another one. But let's go ahead and get this tire over there, and I will check back in with y'all here in a bit if we have something figured out. If not, I'm going to leave her here and see if we can get it figured out later on. Oh, also got my boy Joseph on diagnostics. He's kind of running everything, checking everything for me. He's the one that said I may have the wires flipped, and I will leave his Instagram down in the description as well. Y'all go check them boys out, run it up over there for y'all, for them. I mean, they got some dope cars, dope bikes. Y'all go check them out for sure, for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the house. I didn't get me leaving the shop. Just kind of frustrated with the car, so I didn't record before we left, but we got the tires on the car, and that's pretty much it, man. We didn't really get anywhere with the wire, or the why it's dying on us. I have no clue. We looked, we put the forgot what they're called, but to test, like, I forgot what it's called, the pins on there to test wires. We found out that there is a wire that runs from the alternator to the battery, or to the starter, one or the other. That wire is bad, so it's not giving out 12 volts at all. It's at 0. The starter wire that's running from there to the battery is working fine. So we're thinking that maybe it's that wire not charging or giving power, like, to the battery. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Might have to. I'm probably am going to replace it. We're gonna try to do something to it, so that way it'll be cheap and easy. When we'll get to that, I have no clue. You know, it's the weekend. People got stuff to do, but we got the car at the shop, so that's pretty much like what I wanted to do, because I don't have a lift. I don't have all the tools that I need to get the car up and check under it and all that stuff. So we are currently doing that right now. Like I said, we left it at the shop. We got the tires on there, balanced, mounted, all that good stuff. We just have to figure out what's going on with the alternator, the battery situation, starter, all that, wiring, whatever we need to do. But we are going to figure out what's going on. We're not giving up on the car. I gotta get this thing on the road, man. I done got some new tires for it, and I'd be crazy to leave it sitting with new tires. So we're gonna figure it out. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. We're gonna keep trying to pump out videos and get this thing back on the road. You guys go check out my other channel, my gaming channel. Go run it up over there for your boy. I do have a car meet, so stay tuned and locked in for that as well. I will catch you guys in the next one. God bless and peace.